I wanted to start us really quick with a review of zero and negative exponents and what those do. Each day we'll do a very quick couple of minute review on different things that exponent rules do, so that at the end of the week we have all of the reminders of all the different kinds of exponent rules. Your unit notes are already up and in the Google Classroom. So you can look at all of these sets of notes as you're going to go along. If you want to look ahead, the videos will just come up every day. But the first thing I want to talk about are zero and negative exponents. So dealing with if you see a zero as an exponent, no matter what the circumstance is, no matter if it's 4 to the 0 power, if it's negative 1,000 to the 0 power, any number that's not 0, any number raised to the 0 power is going to equal 1. So every single time you see a number that is raised to the 0 power, it's just a friendly reminder that that is going to equal 1. And when you have negative exponents, if you have a negative 2 as an exponent, for example, you're going to turn that into a fraction, and it's going to come down to the bottom. So you might be seeing right here, you see a to the negative n power is really the same thing as 1 over a to the nth power. So your examples down the bottom, we're going to do a few of these together in just a second so you can see them rearranged. And we'll do some more complicated ones too. You see 7 to the negative third power is really the same thing as 1 over 7 to the third power. You can leave it there if it's asking you to simplify. However, you can go that extra step to then say, well, 7 to the third power is 343. So 7 to the negative third power must be 1 over 343. Or you can do the same with this negative 5 to the negative second power. It's the same thing. You're going to bring it to the bottom as negative 5 squared, which is the same as negative 1 over, it says 125. It should be 25. Excuse me. Negative 5 squared is just 25. So we'll have to fix that later on in your notes. But, there we go. We are going to pop over and do just a few of these really quick so that you can see them. It'll take just a second. You have 9 to the negative second power, which is the same thing as 1 since it's negative, over 9 to the second power, which if we're going to go a little further and simplify is the same thing. I'll bring it down here. 9 to the second power is the same thing as 1 over 81. 9 times 9. Negative 5 to the 0 power, anything raised to the 0 power equals 1. And 6 to the negative first power is the same thing as 1 over 6 to the first, which is really just 1 over 6. You don't need to turn these into decimals, just leave them. If you have the negatives, just leave them as the fractions that they are. It's best that way. I don't want decimals, we're going to leave fractions. So you can see these bottom two are a little bit crazier looking. There's not much going on. You're going to take them piece by piece so that you can kind of go through. This 5, nothing's happening to him, so we are going to leave him alone for right now. We will be able to leave him alone forever. A to the third power, we can't simplify in any way, shape, or form. It's just a to the third power. Remember the technical multiplying between all of these, and b to the negative second power is really just 1 over b to the second power. But we're going to bring that to the bottom. There's no way that we're going to keep a monomial that has a fraction in it. So what we're going to do is keep our 5a to the third up on the top and bring that b squared down to the bottom. We're going to make a fraction out of it and move it over. We're going to do the same kind of thing down here. This is the ugliest form. The ones you're doing today in practice are not this terrible. But you've got a 3 to be left alone. A to the 0 power is just 1. B, I'll do this for the 1. B to the negative second power is really just 1 over b squared. And at the bottom of this crazy looking fraction right now, you have c to the negative third, which is really 1 over c to the negative third. You may remember from your past math lives, if you see something like this and you want to clean them up, you're going to do that 3 times 1. You do that 3 times 1. You're going to bring that b squared down to the bottom, but you want to bring the c to the third up to the top. And you can leave it just like this. All right, tomorrow let's do a little bit more exponents.